Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Brick System Brothers. My name's Nathan Masters. A review, kind of just general overview video today of the Harry Potter Advent Calendar 75981. Yes, I realize it's a little late to do an Advent Calendar review, which is why I'm not going to focus a lot on, the kind of general idea of how an advent calendar works, and I'm actually just after this set for the pieces and the minifigs. Josh he keeps an eye out for Walmart deals and sales, and I think he found two of these a little while ago, and I convinced him to trade for one of them, which is this one. I traded him some of the stuff that I have been out picking up in Michigan. I think one of like a road plate and some other stuff that he had been after. So the road plate is maybe $5 to $10 value, so that's definitely worth it to me for over 300 pieces and some of the minifigs in here. And I think Josh was happy to kind of get a return on investment. So we open this up here, and there's these little packages. Yeah, I think I've already messed this up right out of the box, because supposedly, I don't know what I'm doing with advent calendars. That's kind of obvious. Supposedly there's a way to kind of open these up one day at a time as you lead up to Christmas. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, so you're supposed to drop this flap down, which I completely bypassed. And then you have all these little windows that you actually punch through as you count the days through December. So behind each of those windows is this tray, and now it's all out of order as well. But each day has a little mini build packaged in its individual wrapping, and then you use those pieces to build the little the little sets and the little minifigs. So one of the days has a minifig, one of the days has a little table display, and basically, you just build one of these a day, and then by the end of the advent calendar, you have all these little scenes that you can reenact stuff from the movie. Like I said, just after the pieces and this, which is why I'm not too devastated that I already messed it up. I'll probably keep the box. I don't know. Is there any interest in unpunched advent calendar boxes these days? I've got the space to hold on to it, so I probably will. So taking a look at the actual carton here, it's just kind of a really thin cardboard, like an egg carton, or some of the planter boxes. And then it's got this nice grid, 6x4, same size as my Acro Mills sorters. Not bad. For minifigs, we have the Patil twins. Is that their name? So they have unique torsos, and then instead of legs, they actually have printed 1x2s for their skirt element. Third minifig is, I think that's Cho Chang. We've got Harry Potter in here somewhere with the Yule ball printed 2x3, and this Harry Potter has the new medium legs that are not the full length, but they still have the ability to pose. So there's 4. I thought there was another. Pretty sure we've got Ron. Yeah. The Yule ball. I think all 5 of these figs are the Yule ball outfits from whichever movie that was. The rest of the elements here, there's a nice mix in here. We've got some nice medium blue, snot bricks. I'm gonna get these all opened up and kind of look at the overall mix of elements. Before we go away from the box, the instructions for all these mini builds are actually on the reverse of that flap once you open it. So there's no instruction book. It's just the box. You open it up. And then, it has this functionality. It doubles as the packaging and the calendar, if I had opened it correctly the first time. Yeah, so now that I have this opened up, this is actually a really good parts pack. Just looking at the kinds of pieces that are included, a bunch of them only haven't been introduced for a couple years now. So, total of 6 minifigs. We've got Harry, Ron, and Hermione. So the main 3, of course, and then Cho Chang and the twins are the other 3, and they're all decked out in the Yule Ball gear. So some of those medium legs included, and then the rest of the minifigs have the printed 1x2 in some nice colors as well. So this is the coral, and this is aqua, is that color. All the torsos are printed, unique designs. So really good minifigs included in the selection. A couple of highlight pieces are the kind of serpent bar that just started showing up in some Harry Potter. So as of early this year, this was a pretty rare piece, but I think it's starting to show up in more sets, so it's getting a little more common. This is a flame with the glitter in the blue there, so I don't see that every day. A golden egg, also included in the Triwizard Tournament Hungarian Horntail set from like 2019 maybe. But in this set, I think it's included as, it's the same egg, right? And then a glass bottle. You actually get doubles for each wand, so you end up with 4 of the sprue for the dark orange wand, 4 for the dark brown, 2 for regular brown, and 2 for tan, and each sprue has 2 wands, so there's actually like 8 dark orange wands here, which is a lot, and I'm going to leave those on for now, because I think I already have some spare wands, and those might go for more if I decide to sell those down the road. Moving over to other piece categories, we have some studs not on top bricks. Like I said, a good mix with that medium blue. The Travis brick with all 4 sides, you actually get light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, white, and black. So 4 different colors for that piece. And then a regular 1x2, 1x2 with the palisade feature on there. Some tiles, some slopes, a couple of Technic bricks, good mix of plates in here, some of those angled plates. These 2x2 wedge plates are somewhat recent, maybe 4 or 5 years old now. It's not too old. Some dishes and 2x2 round with those grooves. So you get a reddish brown and 2 tan, and then kind of just a mix of other small parts. So that piece count is over 300, and there's not a lot of big pieces here, but there's a lot of small pieces. And these 1x1 round plates aren't super helpful, but it's not like there's 200 of just those round plates. A lot of the small pieces are pretty useful. There's some in these newer colors, so you get some of these plates in Nugget, which is a recent color. You get some of these tiles, these really small rounded finishing tiles are useful for architectural detail. And you also have some of these 1x1 plate with the hole, 1x1 tile with the bar, and just getting into some of the techniques you can do with these really small parts, where it's useful to have those on hand when you want to get there. Printed pieces, we've got the Yule Ball invitation, 1x4 piano roll, the new updated Hogwarts letter print. There's also an updated regular mail print, which is in some of our city stuff, but this is the Hogwarts one. And a 2x2 music score. That will be nice for my piano mock, if I can put that back on. And then some of the other parts worthy of note are the 1x1 with that scroll on there, or 1x2, I guess. That's in brown. Just a black one of these, kind of wrought iron fixtures. And then some of our nice 2x2 leaf plates in bright green and regular green. You get 4 of those. And the chocolate frog, of course, is right there. So those are pretty much all the parts. According to the box, there's 335, but that doesn't account for the extras. And then I actually break the minifigs down. So where Lego counts the torso as 1 piece, I count it as 5 pieces. So going by my count in that method, there's probably closer to 370 or 380 pieces here, which is not bad. Even for its retail price of 30, maybe this retailed at 40. I know it was down to 30 pretty quick on the shelves, at least in Walmart, so that was kind of worth it at that point, but I'm not going to spend $30 on an advent calendar. It's not really what I collect. I actually don't buy a lot of new Lego off the shelf when I'm just going for inventory. So once that does drop down to its clearance prices, 15, 10, if you're lucky, a $5 clearance for this set, definitely worth picking up at that price. Let's jump on real quick and see if there's anything rare or unique to the set. So on Rebrickable, if the piece is in 3 sets or less, it will actually put a little tag on the image of the part. And for our the golden egg, which is in 2 sets, it does do that for us right here. And if you hover over it, it'll make this little pop out, and you can see how many sets it's in. So this one says it's been in 2 sets. It's been in the advent calendar here and the Triwizard Tournament. Other than that, everything else is not officially rare, but there's still quite a few pieces that are in just a few sets. So the printed 2x2 music tile is only in 4, and each one of those 4 only has 1 copy. So the 3 other ones are Rapunzel's Tower, Storybook Adventure, and a little Disney little mini set. The Gray Snake has been in 5 other sets. It was introduced in 2018 with the Hogwarts Castle, so introduced as a Harry Potter element. Then it was used twice in Ninjago, and then it was brought back to Harry Potter for the Advent Calendar, and most recently in one of the books, the Potions book. The Chocolate Frog was also introduced as a Harry Potter piece back in 2010. Since then it's been in 10 sets. It was used in the original Diagon Alley. Then it was brought over to the Games division for the Frog Rush game. It showed up in Kingdom's Joust. And then it was in Story Mixer, which is another game. Then it was brought back to Harry Potter for 3 more sets through our recent reboot, which started in 2018. 2019 Hagrid's Hut, which we've reviewed, and now in the Advent Calendar. And then this year it showed up in the Bonsai Tree, but of course the Bonsai Tree much more popular for its use of pink frogs, another recolor of this element. And I just also wanted to mention the Glitter Flame here, which has been used in 11 sets, introduced back in 2015. So kind of a recent effect that LEGO has used in their plastic with the glitter. Well, I guess glittered plastic, it goes all the way back to Clickets, but for this piece in particular, only 6 years old. And it's been used throughout some girls' themes as well. And then Ninjago City got one. Lego Movie 2 sets got quite a bit, and then most recently in our Advent Calendar set. So that's kind of the dispersion for some of those parts. It was interesting. Yeah, so that's kind of what Rebrickable can tell us. But just looking at it from here, it's definitely worth, in my case, trading to Josh a couple of pieces. I would have paid $10 for this for sure, maybe 15 if I could have found it. But again, not necessarily going out of my way to pick this up. I did want to keep an eye out for it, and happy that I was able to grab it. So thanks for watching today, guys. We will be back with more LEGO content on Brick System Brothers.